Welcome back, Romantic Home family, and welcome if you all are new. I am Olivia, Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am over the moon, excited to share with you guys some DIY, shabby chic, kind of love shack fancy decor crafts. We're actually going to do a couple fall and then one to Christmas. Okay, the Christmas you guys can see right here. Don't throw away your Amazon boxes. Let's paint them instead. Dig out some ribbon, make some coffee filter roses. You're going to have these fabulous little boxes. And they're so stinking cute and budget friendly. Hopefully they don't topple over. Now on my Facebook page, I had posted a pumpkin that looks very similar to this one. It was actually a Pinterest find. And I had probably like 1,000 shares and tons of comments for a tutorial. And I thought, well, I thought the pumpkin looked really easy. You just add in some fabrics and then a fun little stem to a Dollar Tree. Look at that little funny thing. Pumpkin, and I just had so many questions and requests for a tutorial, just trimming up the little hair on this little pumpkin here. I thought, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do a tutorial because it's really not easy. So you're just going to grab a Dollar Tree pumpkin, some lace. Anyway, I'm going to share the tutorial with you guys, as well as some sparkly pink and white shabby chic pumpkins. Okay, without further ado, oh, don't forget to subscribe, follow on Facebook, all the things. I have some dolly part and curls going on today. I am thankful and blessed to have you guys here. Let's plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty. For this first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to start out with one of these Dollar Tree pumpkin signs. You guys should be able to find this at any of your stores, and we're just going to paint it white. Now, this is a tutorial that you all had requested from a Pinterest find, and what we're going to do is just take strips of lace and layer strips of lace, and that's going to create that really beautiful shabby chic pumpkin. I had some larger strips of lace, so I just cut them into smaller pieces, and you could just add the whole strip, or you could cut them into smaller pieces. That's how it looked in the Pinterest picture. I think I had over 1,000 shares on that Pinterest find, so I had to recreate it for you guys. You guys can always let me know if you have requests down in the comment section below. I do love to take requests and do my best to honor them if I can figure out how to DIY different things, or also if I have the supplies already in my craft stash. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just hot gluing layers of lace on top of each other. So they're about 1/4 inch apart, or maybe about 1/2 inch apart. You don't want to stack them too closely on top of each other because then that gets a little bit too jumbled up. But you do want to give them a little bit of space, but keep them fairly close to where each layer kind of cascades down. Does that make sense? You guys can really dig into your craft stash. Another little tip for this one is to go to your thrift store and just use a curtain. That's actually what I'm using on part of it, is just some curtain tie backs. My sweet friend Arlene, hi, if you're watching, sent me a huge box of beautiful lace curtains. I've been trying to dig into my craft stash and really use what I already have on hand. So this was really the perfect shabby chic project. Again, just continue to layer those lace pieces until you get close to the top. Then you can go out to your yard and find a stick for the handle, or you could just paint the Dollar Tree handle brown. Super easy to do. But on the original Pinterest picture, it did have a more realistic looking brown stick handle. So that's what we're going to do. We're just really going to try to duplicate it and replicate it. Now I cut one more piece of lace to kind of go in and around the top part of that handle, or I keep saying handle, it's not a handle, it's a pumpkin stem. Somebody on Facebook said they thought it looked like a broom, but that's okay. We shabby chic girlies totally know what's up. I'm also adding this darling little jewel from totallydazzled.com. I love Miss Natalie and all her jewels. Here is the final look. It does look kind of like a broom, honestly, but I think it turned out so uber duper gorgeous, super duper gorgeous, and I can't wait to share the rest of the tutorials in this video. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited for a little bit of shabby chic pink Christmas. So for this next tutorial, I'm going to share with you guys how to repurpose and reuse your Amazon boxes. That's right, we're going to turn this trash into treasure. Grab some craft paint. Now, I like to use chalk paint when painting boxes because they can be a little dense,
And you can also add a layer of Mod Podge first and then paint the box. So I added 2 layers of paint, let them dry out in the sun. And then I'm taking some of this pretty pink ribbon. I actually used some of this last season. It's from Michael's. It is really gorgeous. I got it on super duper clearance. I'm going to take and just hot glue that in and around the top part of the box to create a present. That's what we're making. I probably should have told you guys we're making a faux present. So this is not going to have any kind of gift inside. It's just going to decorate the base of my tree, because what an easy decoration to do is to just paint empty boxes and make them super pretty. But I really like to color coordinate everything, and then when it comes time for Christmas, I'll move the empty boxes out and put the real presents down. So I used 2 pink ribbons crosswise, and then I just cut some tails. I'm going to space my tails a little bit apart and then kind of ruche the ribbon down. As you guys can see, I'm making little loops, and then just hot glue that as you guys go along. Super duper easy peasy. Now the bow is super easy to create. You're just going to take some ribbon and just hot glue it together, then zip tie it in the center to make that little loopy bow, and then hot glue in some roses. I'm using my coffee filter roses because I just think they're so pretty, and I've repurposed and reused them probably for several years now, and I think this present is the perfect place for them to land. It gives that nice pop of pink, but it also looks just really pretty and crafty. Now I did have one piece of Love Shack fancy paper left over from some crafts I did during Valentine's. I'm going to cut some little tags. Again, these are just fake presents, so you guys can really have fun with it and get creative. But I just thought this turned out so super duper adorable. I made 4 of these. They're going to go underneath my little Christmas tree out here in my studio, but eventually probably be moved into my main living room. I'm trying to hold off until after the bridal rehearsal that's happening at my house to put a Christmas tree in. I don't want people to think I'm too Christmas crazy, so I'm going to keep my trees out here, but if it was up to me, I'd probably already have my tree in my living room. Anyway, fun and fabulous and so budget friendly. Here is my little cake place where I store all of my beautiful cakes. They're in my Olivia's Romantic Home Etsy shop. I have been selling some of them, so thank you to everybody that has purchased a fake cake. I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for you guys just watching this video. I'm thankful that you're here. Welcome to Olivia's Romantic Home. Friends, family, we are family here. Okay, now let's paint some pumpkins, because I had these pumpkins floating around in my craft stash, and you guys know I told you that I really want to repurpose and reuse everything that's already in my craft stash. And sorry if my voice is getting a little bit hoarse, I guess. I mowed my grass last night, and I'm super allergic to whatever is floating around. So imagine me waking up this morning very, very sniffly, and my already kind of sniffly voice is going to be just a little bit snifflier. But I'm going to take a break tomorrow and just try to relax and do some fun things. I'm going to do my yoga, go work out a little bit, run some errands, go grocery shopping. And then, okay, so once I had my pumpkin painted, you guys use any craft paint. I'm going to take some Elmer's glue, because I don't have any Mod Podge left in my craft stash. Imagine that. But I had that big bottle of glue, and I don't think that you need Mod Podge to add glitter. I think Elmer's glue is going to work just fine. We'll see how it endures. But I have all these little pumpkins floating around in my craft stash. I'm like, you know what? Let's make a shabby chic fall Christmas tree. What do you guys think? Does that sound crazy? Is it going to look weird? As long as I get enough pumpkins, and then maybe I could just add in some bows. But I'm going to add a generous layer of my Elmer's glue and then sprinkle it with fairy dust. Glitter. So they have big giant things of glitter at Walmart. Ugh, don't look too close, because my pumpkins have seen better days. You guys know I repurpose and reuse nearly everything. So here I'm just going to add a generous layer of glue. I'm even going to repurpose some of the glitter as it falls off. I'm going to pick it back up and sprinkle it on our fairy godmother pumpkins. That's what we're going to call them. And you guys paint your pumpkins any color. You don't even have to paint them if they're a pretty fall color. Just use some fall color glitter or whatever you have on hand. Loads of glue and glitter make me so happy. Okay, you guys, I also added some glitter and some gold glitter and glue to the stems of my pumpkins. These pumpkins got so bedazzled and glammed up, and they just made my heart so happy because they look so sparkly and pretty. And I haven't played with glitter in such a long time, but look at how pretty. I hope you guys can see how sparkly they look. If you guys were here, I would invite you over for tea and we could decorate this fall tree. I need to get it done. I just feel terrible having an empty Christmas tree in my studio when I have so much stuff. Okay, Benji Bear was dying to go for a walk. All the puppy dogs were out in their yard and he could not be left out. He had to go and do his thing. You know, Benji Bear, he is so funny, you guys. He is ready to roll and has been really enjoying his changeover and his new food. I'm really excited because he looks forward to breakfast and dinner now, and he's just excited to eat. He eats all the food in his bowl, and yeah, I'm just really thankful for all the good times that I've been able to have with him, all the fun little walks, and he kind of has like a new sass and improved attitude, I feel like. I don't know if it's the new food or just the nicer weather, but Benji Bear wants to say hi to all his kitty cat and puppy dog fans out there. Now listen, you guys, I'm getting another round of blooms on the roses in my backyard. I don't remember if I shared with you guys. I did share with you guys how big and pretty it got in the spring, and then something got on it and I had to cut it completely back. It was so sad. I cut it all the way back down to the ground, and it's just now really blooming back out again. And look at how big it's already gotten. It's a lot healthier because there were too many branches crossing over, which you're not supposed to let your rose bush branches cross over. Ah, that's a mouthful. But look how pretty. I think they're so pretty in fall. They're just, and these smell so good. They smell like a true rose. I think they might be a tea rose, but I just had to share that with you guys because I've been talking to you about how during fall in nature, my roses still bloom. So there's still pink flowers. And then look, my maple tree looks like fall. So we can have pink in the fall, guys. It's okay. People lose their minds over it, but really, it's happening in nature where all of our pretty fall colors have so many different fall vibes. So anyway, now our trees will change later on in the year, and it'll be this beautiful show, and I'll definitely share with you guys how that looks.
Okay, friends and family, what do you think about these fun Shabby Chic Love Shack fancy crafts? Now, listen, you guys can always take any of these ideas and switch up the colors. You can paint these boxes white, red, purple, whatever color you're going to be using for decorating your Christmas. I feel like they need to move this way a little bit. Anyway, but I've been getting so many requests for pink Christmas. Am I going to do pink Christmas? Shabby Chic Christmas? Yes, I'm going to finally do it for you guys this year. I've been on YouTube now for 7 seasons, and I have done traditional Christmas, farmhouse Christmas, glam Christmas, white Christmas, and I have never done pink Christmas, although my home was featured in 2017 Vintage Holiday Magazine, and I'll have to, get it out for you guys. Pause just a minute. Let me go. Okay, so in 2017, my home was featured in this vintage holiday magazine. They actually did a really big spread on my home, and I had to decorate my home. My sister took all the pictures, and we had to do it in, I think, May. I remember it was blazing hot out. But my home, you know, it was just very over the top, white and pink Christmas. So I'm kind of an OG white pink Christmas girl. Let me see if that is. Oh, 2018. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Benjamin is going crazy. The kids are getting off the bus right now, but my home has been featured in a couple other magazines, my home and my crafts in some of these. Super blessed and honored. That was back in 2018 when I was doing a lot of vlogging before I started my YouTube channel, because in 2018 is when I started my YouTube. It's very time consuming to create content and edit it and post it on YouTube. It takes me hours and hours and hours, and my videos are not even professional at all. So anyway, I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. Oh, because I was talking about pink Christmas, but I have never done a pink Christmas for you guys. Now, if you guys go back to 2018, I used to do Cottage of the Month, and I did do a pink Christmas home tour that featured my home in this magazine. Let me know if you guys want me to pull that up and repost it for you guys, because it's really cool. It was kind of like, I just took, like, I think probably my phone and went around while my sister was taking the pictures and my home was set, and just took video of everything that we had created, because it always looks a little bit different in a picture form than it does on video. And the audio, I think, is really terrible. I probably need to redub the audio. But anyway, so I'm getting excited to do a vintage Christmas, a pink Christmas, a shabby chic Christmas. Now, don't panic if you're traditional. I still have all my red and green ornaments, gold. I'm gonna still do a traditional tree. I'm still gonna do some traditional decor. In fact, I'm thinking about making and selling some of those garlands and wreaths to you guys if you're interested in that. And another thing that happened over the weekend after my yard sale, this arrived. Somebody sent me a sewing machine. I don't know who it was. If you guys are watching and it was one of you, my heart is just bursting. I hope I didn't miss it inside the box where it had, like, maybe there was a little gift note from somebody, but I almost started crying. I want to cry right now, because you guys know I talk about so many times how I don't have a sewing machine. That's why I always hot glue everything. And then I asked you guys, sorry, I have bug bites. I mowed my lawn yesterday and now I have really, really bad allergies too. But anyway, so I always talk about not having a sewing machine and how I hot glue everything. But now, over the winter, hopefully whenever I get some time, once I get through the wedding, look at this sewing machine. What? What? Oh my gosh, I can't even with you guys. Like, what? I have, the last couple of days, because I did the garage sale, then I had to mow my grass, and I've been filming for you guys and all of that. But over the weekend, I'm going to set up a table, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to learn how, because I asked you guys in one of my last videos what was the best sewing machine. And this is a free arm sewing machine. It says Brother. And so I'm going to watch some videos this weekend. Now the wedding is in 16 days. My son and my future daughter-in-law are getting married. And so let me go grab some of their garlands real quick. Okay, so I made 6 of these beauties, and these are aisle garlands. So this is what's going to be, and I even try to cover them in and around the side so you can't see that pool noodle when you lay it flat. But this is what they're going to have on their walkway, and then we're going to use these as well. I'm thinking also these may go on the mirror. My daughter-in-law, she designed a mirror. She does a lot of cricketing, and so she designed a mirror for their wedding that has their name, and then we're going to put florals that are going to kind of cascade down it. And this should be perfect, because I should be able to work where we just open this up and then this grips to the mirror. I need to test that out. We still have some little loose ends. That's what I'm going to be doing all weekend long, is working on finishing up all the wedding stuff. But I have all the florals done. Thank goodness Super happy and blessed to be able to do that, but my fingers, you guys, are so, just the ends of them are just fried, and they already were, and I have neuropathy too, so I can't even really feel it. And I worked with hot glue for so many years with my Etsy shop that you just burn the ends of your fingers and they kind of callous a little bit, but I can't really feel them that well. So Benji Bear's freaking out. I can hear him at the door. He has to say hi to all the kids and all the puppy dogs. This is the time of day in the afternoon where all the kids are getting home and all the puppy dogs are out in their yards. And so I'm always trying to do my outros. It's about 5 o'clock and he's always going crazy barking, and it's my fault for getting started late. I had a bunch of running around to do. I've been selling a bunch of cakes. One lady bought one of these cakes. So these are my little Love Shack Fancy cakes. I use the Love Shack Fancy paper. I'm like really talky today, but look at how pretty these are. I use my coffee filter roses on these too. So I had to express ship a cake to New York for this little girl's birthday. So I'm super excited. It's guaranteed to get there by Friday, 6 p.m. Hopefully USPS comes through for me. It was overnight shipping. So that was a lot because my box was too big. So I had to repack it to make sure it got there and that it wasn't going to cost me as much as the cake was worth. The first shipping quote was $130 and I had only quoted $60. So it was a huge fiasco. Thankfully, I got it down to like $58, I think. So, because otherwise you're paying somebody basically to take your cake and you don't make any money off of it. I use my money to reinvest and buy more supplies to make things. So anyway, super excited for that. If you guys want to check out my Etsy shop, I have an Etsy shop with all my little pretty fake cakes. Look at this little cutie pie with the crown jewel on it. I hand pipe everything and they're fake cakes. They should last forever, hopefully. And they're made with love. They're not perfect, but they are made with love. It looks like this little, I also make the little slices. How cute are those? Okay, let's get to our Bible study. I've been rambling a lot today. I don't know why. Probably because you guys are my friends and I don't have my daughter to ramble to anymore. Although she did come home yesterday, and Benji Bear got really sad last night because she was gone again, I think. Like he went and got in her bed and I was like, oh, it's okay. I am feeling some sadness today because like I'm okay because she's gone off to college, if you guys aren't keeping up with what's going on with her, and she's only an hour away. I'm gonna go see her tomorrow too. So anyway, good times there. Let's read our Bible study and I'll be done rambling. Perfect peace and rest. There are so many ways in which life can come crashing in on you, but there is no reason to fear. Whether you have walked down the wrong path in life or been forced down it for reasons you had no control over, I am with you and I will deliver you. I know that in difficult times you seek peace and rest, and there are two ways I can answer those prayers. I can remove the troubles, or I can give you a calm spirit in the midst of them. More often than not, I want to take you through your troubles so that you can learn to trust and rely on me. I want you to pray and to be rescued from your trials and tribulations, but I want you to also trust me. If I decide it's best to take you through them, don't lose faith and stop believing in me just because I don't answer you in the way you want me to. Don't give in to doubt as you struggle to walk forward in faith. Simply step out and believe my promises to you. Pray, listen as I speak to you, and trust in what I've told you. There's nothing to be afraid of, for I am with you and nothing is too difficult for me. So God is always with us. And God, I think, really wants us to kind of wait for his voice, and if that makes sense. I am so guilty of jumping the gun and taking the problem into my own hands and thinking I can solve it, or that, well, God's taking too long. Anyway, God is teaching me patience. The scripture that goes along with that says they were all terrified when they saw him, but Jesus spoke to them at once and says, don't be afraid. He said, take courage, take courage, take courage. He only said it once. I said it 3 times. I am here. And that's Mark 6:50. So it does take courage, I'm realizing, to wait for God. It takes patience. It takes maturity for me. you know, because I'm always go, 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 busy, busy, busy. My mind's always working, my hands are always working, my body's always working, like doing things all the time. And I get so impatient, and I think that that's something that God is really working on. And so God also doesn't want us to be afraid. So we have to let go of that fear, because when we trust and believe in God, we should be able to let go of that fear. That fear should go away. One of the biggest fears I'm struggling with right now is my daughter going to be safe? Is she going to be able to make all the right choices and wise choices? And you know what? She's young. God has got her. So why am I being afraid, right? Okay, I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you for being here. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page, where I share about 7 or 8 videos a day over there, as well as seasonal decor inspiration, some things that I've done, some Pinterest finds, because there's only so much crafting that I can come up with in my little brain and that I can perform for you guys and do. But it's also fun to see other ideas, and I've been sharing some of my group members' crafts, which is super fun, and just different things like that. I do have a free group page you guys can join. It's just for us to post photos and home decor. That's it. It's just for inspiration. So it is a blessing and honor to have each and every one of you guys here. I love you so, so much. Whoever sent me the sewing machine, this girl's gonna start sewing. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna watch some videos whenever I can get caught up. I might not be able to post any sewing videos, because I feel like yet, okay, so I'm just saying yet, I want to get a little bit more confident with it, as far as that is going. But I love fabric. It's one of the things I always collect when I go to vintage shops or thrift stores. I go straight to their fabric. I love shabby chic fabric, rose fabric, anything pretty and old and lacy, and oh my goodness. So I can't wait to start trying out some things. I'm going to start kind of basic, probably just do like little pillow covers. But how awesome is it going to be for me to be able to sew my own pillow cover and not be hot gluing it, even though there's nothing wrong with hot gluing it either. So I love you guys. Thank you. And until our next video, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.